How does a company's net income skyrocket by over 1,600% in a single year, even while their core business actually lost ground?
Right. It sounds impossible, but it happens.
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at the 2025 SEC annual reports for two Philippine food titans, Century Pacific Food, or CNPF, and Monde Nissin.
Yeah, and this is round two of our head-to-head financial matchup. The source material shows us two, entirely different corporate survival strategies here.
It really does. Let's start with CNPF's sheer brand dominance. I mean, their branded segment is just the undisputed engine of their business. It grew at 13% year on year.
Which is huge, considering they pushed total revenues to a massive 83.3 billion pesos.
And they did this during a pretty soft domestic consumer environment, right? A time when people are actively buying less.
Exactly. I mean, when consumers tighten their belts, discretionary spending usually just vanishes.
Yeah, but CNPF has managed to insulate themselves from that. It's like their stable of brands acts as a financial shock absorber. You look at Century Tuna, Argentina, 555, Birch Tree.
Oh, absolutely. Those are absolute household staples.
Right. No matter how bad the economy gets, consumers will always fall back to canned tuna and sardines. They aren't splurges, you know? They are the essentials you reach for when your budget is super tight.
And, we can see exactly how that economic gravity translates to the bottom line. CNPF achieved an 11% increase in consolidated net income.
Hitting 7.07 billion pesos, right?
Yep, 7.07 billion. And this happened because their sheer reliable sales volume, combined with lower operating expenses, effectively offset what the report calls normalizing input costs.
Wait, let's break that down for a second. Normalizing input costs just means the price of raw materials like tin for the cans or the fish itself stopped spiking and settled back down.
Right, yeah, that's exactly it. So when your raw materials cost less and your customers are still buying that same massive volume every single week, it pays off.
It turns directly into profit.
Precisely. They essentially built an impenetrable financial fortress out of canned goods.
Okay, so CNPF's strategy is hiding behind that staple moat. But if we pivot to Monde Nissin, they didn't have that luxury. They basically had to perform emergency financial surgery.
Oh, definitely. Their 2025 reported net income surged to 8.6 billion pesos.
Which is wild because that is a vast improvement from just zero point 0.5 billion back in 2024.
It is a massive leap on paper, yeah. But it's a prime example of why you have to look beneath the top-line numbers.
Because the math isn't adding up for me. I look at the data, and Monde Nissin's core net income actually dipped 1%, down to 9.7 billion pesos.
Right, and that was due to elevated input costs. Making noodles requires a lot of edible oil, and, well, oil was expensive.
Exactly. So if their main engine of making and selling food is slowing down, where on earth is this massive bottom line recovery coming from?
Okay, so think of core income as what the actual grocery business made selling noodles. Reported income is the final accounting number after the corporate office factors in one-time financial hits.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. In 2024, Monde Nissin took a massive 6.79 billion peso hit from what we call non-cash impairments.
Wait, non-cash impairment. So they didn't literally lose 6.79 billion pesos in physical cash from their bank account?
No, they didn't. It's basically accounting reality catching up with you.
Oh.
Monde had to admit on paper that the value of their meat alternative business, specifically the corn brand, had dropped drastically.
Got it. So it crushes your reported income for that year, but your core cash-generating business just keeps chugging along.
Exactly. And fast forward to 2025, those impairments dropped to just 59 million pesos.
Wow. It's like cutting off a heavy anchor so a hot air balloon can finally rise.
That is the perfect way to look at it. With that massive weight lifted, the heavy profits from their core Asia-Pacific branded business could finally shine through.
We're talking about absolute juggernauts like Lucky Me noodles
Yeah.
and Skyflakes biscuits, right?
Exactly those. So it's not a miraculous sales boom for them. It is a structural course correction.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Whether you're analyzing investment portfolios or just observing what goes into your grocery cart, you're witnessing two distinctly different playbooks.
Yeah, you have CNPF relying on an unshakable household moat to steadily absorb hits.
And then you have Monde Nissin executing a dramatic turnaround by shedding past accounting baggage to let their core strengths carry the day.
Both strategies work, but they reveal entirely different risk profiles.
But here's where it gets really interesting. We just talked about how Monde Nissin's balance sheet was deeply scarred by their plant-based meat alternative business.
The corn really did some damage.
Right. But looking at the 2025 data, CNPF aggressively expanded into that exact same space. They acquired the 130-year-old U.S. plant-based brand Loma Linda.
Oh, wow. That completely flips the narrative going forward.
It really does. Will CNPF's gravity-defying strategy allow them to thrive in the very market that nearly capsized Monde Nissin's profits? It is definitely something for you to think about the next time you are standing in the grocery aisle.